Okay. No one move a muscle. We're getting in the Zoom call. Hi, Ray. I don't know why I'm whispering, but here we are. Rip. I know Aaron's still alive. I had to go live at this time if we were gonna sneak in. Bandwidth looks good. I'm just trying to make sure, like, if it accidentally goes on my video, that I can take it off real quick. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look like I'm sneaking into shit. Okay, nobody say anything. Hello, Amy, hero. Hopefully we're good. Fair use. We won't even have time to do the intro. Should we just do the intro? We'll just do it real quick. Scenes.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gone.
Oh my god. We haven't been let in yet, so I don't know what to do. We're in the Zoom call. Hello. I'm so happy to see y'all. I'm trying to like only turn one light on just in case worst case scenario happens. Yes, live. We're sneaking into a Zoom call. I am not going to be able to pause it, guys. This is going to be adulterated and we're kind of here for it. We have to be here for it. I only have one computer. That sounded so privileged. I have two computers. And no, I wouldn't trade my MacBook Studio for my laptop. My laptop's too slow. Hero! We're trying to sneak in. I don't know what's going on. The host is there. I came in early. Unless they're checking for names. Cross your fingers, knock on wood, throw salt over your shoulder. Hi, Charlene. This is Margie Alaprandi's personal meeting room. We'll see what happens. Rippity rip. I did wash my hair, so if nothing else happens, we have other stuff we can react to if this doesn't work out, but I don't know why they're late. It said 8 Eastern, so 7 Central. Host has joined. And I didn't put any Modere shit in my bio. So we'll see what happens. Maybe, yeah, I'll text you the code. Sorry, I know you probably asked, and I was like, here you go. I have the bandwidth statistics up, so if it starts to drop, I'll let y'all know. Just type that number into Zoom. It's zoom.com/J/ then the number. I'm always late, but it always terrifies me when Zoom is late for some reason. Cross everything. What's your high? What's your low? My high, took a shower. My low, health-wise, not feeling the best. Also, high, getting to chill with Knox. Brandy Lee, I'm so happy you're here. I meant to respond, but I think I got distracted. I have a whole thought golden kazoo bouquet for you. Not a real bouquet, just one in my mind for you. That way you don't have to be around them except for your name. I know this is karma. I know this is karma right now because I'm always late for y'all. Although I was early today. Oh, Elise, I'm so sorry. Hi, I spent the weekend with my partners. Low, they're leaving for Aruba and I'm going to cry. Oh no. Hello. April petrifies the patriarchy. I love that. High as I had a nap and low as my health today sucks. We are twin lows. Do you think that I don't think I should refresh. Unless I should try getting in on a different name. Oh my god. That's gonna be a little lower. Yeah, record it in StreamYard. Yeah, the logo's fine. We'll just crop it. Low flat tire today. Oh, that sucks. And had to replace all 4 tires. No, that's so expensive. My dog had his yearly checkup and is all as well. I love that. Hi, I'm eating too many dried mango. Low, I'm almost out of red mangoes. Maybe we're not getting in. I'm not going to give up yet. Maybe I will also send this to... I'm scared. Copy. Oh, rip. $8 p.m. EST is 7, right? 7 Central? I use Aaron's name. I'm sure it'll be fine. I have my other name put up, but that's why we don't have it on screen. So I had to replace my other one because Tony saw it. I don't know what we're doing. If you were not on members only stream this morning, the tea has been spilled. There's a blood feud with John Melton. Holy shit. I wonder if they're letting people in by groups and then... No, I'm overthinking this. You're in and you have the same thing? Okay. Maybe they're just late. I'm late for a very important date. Whoa, this is like too bright. I'm like, do I want to move this? Kinda. I can't move it, guys. Sorry, friends. We are... Okay. Thanks, Av. Yeah, it's so it's 7:07. I have two other people trying to get in, and they have the same thing. And we all have our sneaky names. My heart just dropped because I saw that we've let them know you're here, and my heart just dropped because I thought it said you've left the queue. It's worth it. It's worth it. John Melton. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but John Melton was disgusting in his voice messages about Amber DeLoof, Marina Simone, and Bryn Lang. Thank you. It's like a little shirt. It's a little oversized. It's sneakers. Are they mad because he knew they were closing and didn't share the information? No. He basically called them unprofessional and that they're hard to work with, and he was ugly in his voice message. And one of the people he was ugly to, Amber DeLoof, was his biggest leader on his team. Maya and I watch Alice in Wonderland today. I love that. What is happening? This is pretty late. I wonder. It says, hey, oh, I can't read that. New vision, new chapter, new wave. I mean, I got in early. And they probably have a big enough Zoom for everybody. Well, shit. I mean, we can watch the stories, I guess. I'll wait a few more minutes. By a few more minutes, I'll wait as long as it takes. Thank you, I got it from Adidas. Biting the hand that feeds you, Johnny boy. Yep. Hello, 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 hello. 3 months, let's go.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
What's up? Hello. Wendy, Hero. MLM Node gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Welcome to Illyria.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard
you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Are we not going to get let in? What? 1 month? Let's go.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
I wonder if you're in the wrong chat. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I have our bandwidth up, so hopefully we're good. I will make sure we react to something. How rude, John. I either they know or I'm in the wrong one. No, I'm not in the wrong one. It wouldn't make sense if all 3 of us got booted. You know what I'm saying? The Jeffersons watch party. The Jeffersons slaps. It's so good. You've been vibing with Medusa lately? I love that. Hey, Shadow. I was early, so this sucks. Ooh. I'm also new here. Are these rainbow lint rollers? Yes, they are. And they change color based on how long you've been here. And then you upgrade from lint rollers to a golden kazoo when you've been here for a year. And I have to make the 2-year emote. So there's a red handle, there's a blue handle, and I think there's a yellow handle. So they all change, and then but they're all similar. So it's not like, oh, we're dropping bandwidth. Dang it, we're gonna have to get the replay. I think we're gonna have to get the replay because they didn't let us in. Well, yeah, so we don't do it as much anymore, but I still lint roll, but not, we're dropping bandwidth. Hello, Eclectic Mima. I'm trying to think, how do I pivot unless we've got host has joined. Thank you. That's so sweet. This is my travel setup. Let me open this up, and I'm going to go over here. And okay, so if you're just popping in, here's what happened. We were going to sneak into a Zoom call, and then Margie has not let us in. So we're going to see what we can do. Jen, hero. Yeah, this is Bam the Lawyer Cat's painting. Well, she didn't paint it, it's Disney, but I'm just we read this morning. It's not super interesting. I can look at my lives. I feel bad. I didn't mean to get y'all's hopes up, but normally we sneak in and it's fine. Water Barbie went live. Nothing good there. This pseudonym might be busted. But in terms of booting all three of us, I don't think that's likely. It's interesting that the super high ranking all the things people can't get a bigger Zoom account. Wendy's Unite. Water Barbie? Yeah, she's in Kangen. I've covered her before. She's not the most interesting. She's not as interesting as the private detective lady that my dad and I covered. Well, I covered her once, and my dad and I covered her, and she wasn't super happy about that, and she blocked me the first day. I'm trying to pivot because my brain is not pivoting. So I'm just looking at different individuals who are part of this shit show, and expensive and different. All prospecting messages are now receiving pop quizzes because at least pretend to know me before you do this. That's pretty cool. Although she's leaving a lot of information out. Hello, we were gonna sneak in, but I think we've been booted. I'm trying to see if we can do something different. And unless we have Scotty Hobbs, which he's pretty he's pretty thirsty, so we'll see. Let's see. Scotty Hobbs. It's not a Zoom call. Okay. Is he not posting anymore? 3 days ago. 7 years ago. No. Okay, that's not going to work. I'm trying to process. Howdy, hey. We're going to try to get the replay for a different day, but maybe she meant Central, but probably not. She's in, the host has joined. So we've covered Margiela Prandy before. She said, what a flurry of mixed emotions the last 48 hours have been. Shocked, crying face, mad, all of it. We've been searching for a way to keep the team together in configuration. Looked at so many options. The decision has been made and it's exciting. I have a feeling of peace and certitude that I've been seeking and can't. Every time. Is certitude a word? It is. Absolute certainty or conviction for something in this case. Is the case. Okay. She doesn't do super long posts. I'm going to see. She doesn't do videos either. Yeah, John Melton cried on, which crying's fine. He was very upset on live earlier, but I don't have that one. Thank you for buffering with me. I'm gonna see what I can do. A lot of these big leaders don't do the social media that well. So it's difficult to pivot fast because I'm trying to see, I'm trying to find people.
Okay, guys, just got in my car, sat here like a lot of us do.
I'm looking at reels. I'm not sure. We see some of these are Modere reps, and some of them are people trying to recruit Modere reps, and so that is a little bit. Holly Hillier is at Make Wellness. I think, yeah, peptides. Nope, nothing. Justin hasn't gone live either. Jenny Elizabeth is at Amare, so that doesn't matter. Aw, hello, hi Tiffany. So we were going to sneak in on a Zoom call, but we have not been let in, even though I got here early. They may have maxed out.
And
Hold on. How do I full screen it? How do I go full screen? I know we're going. Got it.
There's a bird up there. No, put it over there. Oh, never mind. It'll be fine.
How do I go full screen?
I'll try to open my door.
Oh my God. I know we're freezing.
8 stops.
Oh my God.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Zalecki. This is the wrong Zoom. So in the chat, you have the right Zoom to click on and go over to. This is the wrong Zoom for tonight.
Copy. Okay.
Hey everybody, this is Tony Zalecki. I hope you can hear me. This is the wrong Zoom for this evening. So please look in the chat to go over to the right Zoom. Thank you.
Oh God.
You're coming in live, coming in hot. I see a lot of comments, a lot of yeses, loud and clear. I see some hearts, some fire emojis. Let's roll. Listen, we knew we were going to max out this Zoom tonight. We knew a lot of you were curious what was going on. And listen, I cried it out earlier today in the team Facebook group, those of you that were in there, and cried it a little bit yesterday and cried a lot on Friday. But at the end of the day, like, we're moving on. We're moving forward. And I think a lot of us would probably agree that we've got the best of the best in this company. Now, you might say, well, what's the company? You're going to learn a little bit about that tonight. But I'm talking about where we just came from, right? With Modere, the reason we crushed the last 10 years is because of legends like Margie Alibrandi. I mean, y'all, you understand? She was basically in one company for 35 years. She got started back in the very, 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 very beginning, before it was even New Ways. Then she was at New Ways for 25. Then with Modere, ever since it was Modere, literally it was her entire career, her entire livelihood was this business. Same with me, same with every leader you're going to hear from. And yes, we were pissed. Yes, we were devastated. But, you know, I hate to say it, but this happened to me before. Now, it was different 10 years ago when it happened. It wasn't a bank that shut the company down, but it was the FTC. And I actually had another company when I first got involved in the profession get shut down, the FTC. And guys, I'm like, listen, at some point, I think I need to do my own thing with people like Margie, with like the Zaleckis. I need to do something with people that I trust. Michelle Barnes. You're going to hear from Brian McMullen. You're going to hear from Josh Swagel. Like, people I'm actually friends with. Like, how many of us would agree that you could meet really great people. You could meet a really great person tomorrow, but you don't really know them. Right? You don't just know someone because you met them. Like, if someone said, hey, do you know so-and-so? Like, yeah, I met them once. You don't know them. I know the people that are on this Zoom tonight. Every person you're going to hear from, I've been working with, I've been in chats with, I've been on beaches with, I've been on stages with, I've like hotels, we've traveled the world together. Like, we were all just in Prague for the European convention. Before that, we were in Houston, right? Margie was just at the India SRC. Like, this was the biggest shockwave through the industry. But you know what's interesting? We also sent a shockwave through the industry the last 10 years. But we're creating a new wave.
Sorry.
This will be a new wave. And this will be something that will rock the industry once again because of Margie Alibrandi, because of Tony and Sarah Zalecki, Michelle Barnes, Rick and Michelle T. Do you guys know these guys made like $40 million in their career? Did over $1 billion in sales. And I got to tell you, when Brian and Tim came to me, because they couldn't sleep, and they came to me and they said, let's just start our own company. I'm like, that's funny. Wait, seriously? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? And they were like, you know this guy, Josh Oswego? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, so we've been talking to him and we think we can pull this off because he's already got the infrastructure. We've already got the resources, the money, the products. We have everything in place, systems, funnels, technology, software. Like, we can launch things all over the world. Anyway, I don't want to get too far ahead, but they came to me and they're like, we should do this. And then I'm like, I'll do it if we can get Margie, Michelle, Zalecki's, the Teagues, the people we built Modere with, the ones that pioneered social retail. I got to tell you, and I hope this doesn't sound arrogant, but if it does, oh well. The people that were in Modere the last 5, 6, 7 years made more money in their career than they ever made anywhere else during that 5-year time frame. No one had ever made as much money at that time until they came to Modere and rode the wave that this team created. This has been the #1 team the entire time I've been here because of the legends that you all know and love. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Rick because Rick is somebody that I absolutely love and admire.
Did y'all want the
And
chat
he's
up?
somebody that's built huge businesses, huge companies. He's going to share some thoughts with you. Then we're going to hear from Brian McMullen. Brian's actually the one that enrolled me into Modere, introduced me to Tim Houston because I knew him from the previous company that was shut down. And, you know, again,
Oh my
we
God.
realized the only way we're going to control our future, our destiny, and all of your futures is by us having control. Us having the control. And I want to bring up Rick Teague because, again, he's built an incredible business. Him and Michelle are heart-centered leaders, best of the best. And I'm always just so blown away by the talent that we have in this company, the wisdom, just the genius. And he's got 2 law degrees, so he's a whole lot smarter than most of us. So Rick
Appeal to
Teague,
authority.
are you there, brother?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right. I want to go real quick because I know we got started late, and you know, and I know there's a lot of people on here that are wanting that. You know, it would have been great if we could have had this and we had nice fancy slides and we had a logo and a name and products and all that.
Oh my
You
God.
know, but for 40 years, I always hear this. I wanted to be early. Why didn't you call me sooner? Well, guess what? You know, this is early. You're 20 years from now, you could look back at this and say, this, you know, I got on that Zoom the same day they picked the name, you know? So this has all happened literally in 3 days. This concept was more like 24 hours ago because we were looking at all kinds of other stuff before then. And I'll just say real quickly, everyone on here was offered a lot of money to go somewhere else. I mean, a lot of money. Most people on here would faint if they knew what we were offered to go somewhere else. But we're here. And I can tell you, I wasn't paid anything to come here. So some of you might think, well, why would I go somewhere where I didn't get paid anything
Holy.
instead of going somewhere where I would get paid a lot? Well, it's because the people that follow me were my #1 concern. If I can't go somewhere where the people that follow me can win, and I think they can succeed because of all the things I know to be, all the things I know need to be present in an opportunity, then it doesn't matter how much money I get. It's going to ultimately fail because nobody else can do what they're supposed to do. So my primary concern was where can somebody else win? And I can just tell you this concept that's literally less than 2 days old. We picked the name today and all the details are coming. You're just going to have to hang in there because this is early. Good news, it's early. Bad news, it's early. But, you know, I can tell you we've got what I call field DNA here. This is a company designed by the field for the field. I've never been in one in 40 years. It's always designed by corporate, which doesn't understand the field, for the field, which does understand the field. This is designed by the field for the field. We've got field DNA, and there's also something called magic. You know, you hear the words are easy, the music is hard. And music is involuntary. You can't flip a switch and get the music. And people are human lie detectors, and they can tell if your music is right.
It's 2 days.
You know, so you're looking where there's music, there's buzz. That's what that energy transfer to a prospect, and that's why they believe in you and all that. That's what we've got here. It's what we didn't have at all the other places that were trying to basically bribe us to go there.
Oh, stop.
So anyway, just take my word for it. I'm gonna stop because I know I don't want to go too long, but that's why I came here. I am more excited than I've been in years, and I just know that I know this is not a churn and burn, pop and drop, see how much volume we can do, be gone in 3 years. We are specifically designing this. If you come in here and do this, we're going to design it where you have the best chance possible to succeed, and it's going to be the best chance possible that it's going to pay you for the rest of your life or as long as you stay here. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to John.
John, turn your
Y'all see why
phone.
we're fired up, jacked up, and excited. I see you in the comments. Drop some love in those comments, some flame emojis if you're excited. Now I want to bring up Brian McMullen. And some of you don't know Brian, but Brian is literally the one that enrolled me into Modere back in 2015 after our last company was shut down. And I've shared the story a few times over the years, but I was in a company for 2 years called Vima. And when they got shut down, I reached out to the founder of Vima and I said, hey man, that sucks she got shut down, but what do I do? Because I'm loyal. Like I was going to just wait for him. And he's like, look, we're shut down. I don't know if we're ever going to open back up. But talk to Brian. And I knew this. I had a little bit of that like MLM PTSD. And
Oh,
as
stop.
what happened Friday, you can see why that's a real thing.
No, it's
With that
not.
being said, he said, talk to Brian because Brian's the only guy I know in 20 years that if he says he's going to do something, he does it.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right, talking to Brian. Don't really know Brian that well, but he's the top income earner. And, you know, he's the guy that BK told me to talk to. And I talked to Brian and Brian's like, we're going to do Modere. And he's like, it's going to be the biggest thing. They've got this revolutionary comp plan and the dual-sided deal. And, you know, but I thought it was like makeup, quite honestly. And then I was like, okay, well, these are some interesting products, but the comp plan was what excited me. And we're like, you know what? Let's do the comp plan that all of us loved, except make it better. And can we do it with products that are exciting, that are cutting edge? Can we do it all over the world? Can we do it with better technology for the love of God? And Brian's like, yes, 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 yes. I've got the resources, the connections. We can do all the things that you need to do. So I want to introduce you all to Brian. Some of you know him, some of you don't, but Brian is one of the most interesting humans I've ever met in network marketing. And he always has a very interesting way to express himself that gets me super fired up and jacked up. All the elites heard what he had to say last night, things I've never heard even him say about what we're about to do. Like every time he talks, I get so pumped because I think we're going to do something that's never been done before. And it's not about being the biggest company, the fastest growing. It's about doing it right. And Rick gave me chills when he said, you know, the field coming together to build this company. Like he's a network marketer, Brian. I'm a network marketer, Rick. All of us are social marketers, right? We're not corporate.
Good to chat with y'all. And I know one thing I said I can't talk as fast as John. So y'all are going to have to just hear me the way I speak. But first of all, I want to stop and just tell you guys, like, I'm not, this was not what I was looking forward to doing. You know, I've been friends with these guys up here, a lot of them for 20 years. Tim Houston has been my best friend for 30 years, outside of MLM and whatnot. But these people also, I loved, if you were on the call yesterday, we had like a nice, you know, chat, a smaller group of people. And Michelle was talking about when we were running around as kids 20 years ago, working out, and she'll maybe tell that story again. But yeah, it's just pretty painful for me, this what happened, because you know, I joined New Ways in 2002, and I flew to Tennessee, Nashville, and I saw Margie up on stage as the, you know, crown. What was it? The 9-leg crown, whatever it was. It was, whoa, it was big. She was the star and still is. And yeah, I really just started there. Okay, lived in Nashville. I was like, you were there? Not many people were there. Not like how big it got with Modere.
Dear
and
God.
You know, I got a little emotional yesterday. I don't really want to do that today because I lost my mom last year, and she was in Modere. And it just kind of like this weird chapter of that. And I just and that's why I'm literally, I know it sounds like I'm still grieving. I don't want to do what I just kind of got a little choked up. So I'm going to move on to this what we're doing. So it gets closed, and my friends, you know, who I've known for 20 years say, hey, you know, that was my only income and we need to do something. And it's like, well, it's interesting because about 8 years ago, I started buying companies. I've owned a few network marketing companies the last 5 years. I have the resources and the connections. I've made more
Sorry.
millions than I am
Sorry.
years of age.
Audio was shitty. Sorry.
So the money's not a problem. And I also have really great relationships with amazing people, and not just people on this Zoom who you know, but I have amazing people with connections that are incredible. We have the connection to the doctor who works with RFK Jr. On peptides, one of the only FDA approved labs in the country. Not the other. We know some other companies sell the peptides, and not the plant-based like stuff. The real stuff that gets you the real results. So, we're gonna bring that to this. We're also going to be able to quickly give you guys, and you're going to be able to hear a little bit about that, the most amazing, incredible system, back office, funnels, pages. I have massive amounts of contacts to open up countries super fast. Europe, Latin America, all over the world will be able to do business, to know and meet. And when my friends started talking about what was out there, and this goes to what John was saying, and I was like, wow, it must be difficult, for you guys, because Modere was like here, and then everything else is not even Modere standard. It's not to that level, right? So like if why would you go to something that's less? Like, why would you do that? And number two was,
Oh my God.
we've been through the Vima shutdown, now the Modere shutdown. Do we just want to go and put just go to some other company? I mean, we know people, and they say, come to our company, right? They may be the president, they may be the top people, but do we know who actually is calling the shots? Are they going to take a loan and get in business with some bank that's going to take the income away in 2 years? Do we really want to go through that again? I'm at a point in my life where I just said, you know what? I love the idea of doing something as a team with all of us, and having something where it's a legacy, and having the leaders be able to even come to us, and we have a contract, and we sign the contract, and it says, we're not going to sell it. We're not going to do anything stupid. We're not going to take loans and get into trouble. I said, I don't even need to make money from this. Let's just make some really amazing checks, because the Modere compensation plan was really great. And so I said, hey, why don't we do that plan? Because it doesn't exist anymore. And then we'll fix a few things that you guys have wanted to fix for years to make it a little better. And then we'll pay out more, because we know, what do we know? We know that the people who shut it down, like, why would they shut it down the day before payday? So think about this. Why would they shut it down the day before payday? They shut it down the day before payday because they were greedy people, right? Do you think that greedy people probably do greedy things in their life? Do you think maybe they were paying out as little as they could, but just to keep the people from not going anywhere because they knew how great the products were and how great the company was? So we have to think that, imagine if people who have the distributor at heart, that have been in the field their whole career, but have the contacts also and know how to run companies. There's no startup here because it's new. And we'll also bring things that are new that have never been done before that you can't get anywhere else. It's going to be a lot of new stuff, but it's not a startup because we're already bringing the existing infrastructure. And that's the equivalent of like, hey, I'm going to go build a hotel, a monster skyscraper in New York. I'm going to go build it from scratch. Or we have a skyscraper. Nobody's there yet, but we're just going to design it and make it amazing, and everybody's going to come. So you have to think, like, what these guys now have in their hands is all of my resources, all of Josh's resources, all of our combined experience. Tony and Sarah are super close friends of mine. Michelle and I have spent time outside of business, just hanging out because we were the only two kids in the previous company we were in years ago. You know, Margie, I know her family, I know her kids. We've been like, she goes to San Diego and has lunch on a Sunday afternoon with her family. She's like, come down, and we met up. You know, Rick is probably one of the most like fun people to listen to. He's always got a remark that's like, it makes me laugh. Like, I want to be around Rick just to hear what he has to say. So I really care about these people. And Josh is a new friend. He's only been a friend of mine for about a year, but in that year, we've had like a lot of personal conversations. We've bought businesses together. We've done projects together. Like, he's a real friend of mine. And I said, hey, we got done with that project like 3 days ago, and then this happened. It's like, that's the point. Like, we have this whole team and we just got completed, and then it happened. And he's like, I go, do you want to build out another crazy, fast growth build with all your resources? And he's like, I don't know, man, my people are like, we burnt them out pretty hard. And he went to them, and a lot of them are just, they walked through the fire for Josh, and Josh just said, what do you guys feel about another crazy intense build out? And they just said, if you're in, we're in. Like, that's the type of respect he commands. So with that, I'm gonna let Josh jump in, and because I feel like he is the star. Now, he's gonna hate me saying this because there's so many stars, but I will say this. If this would have happened a year ago and it was just me with my other contacts, we would have been able to pull it off, but not this fast. And not with the experience and the tech and just the care that Josh is putting into even finding the most amazing products that he's been laying at our doorstep, while we also have my amazing, peptide products. So with that,
New peptide product.
Josh, my friend, go for it. I think he needs to be, yeah.
Hey, I'm here, Brian. Can you hear me?
Business.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, first off, I just want to thank you for all the kind words, and I'm really excited to be here. It is kind of crazy how things happen. We just had this crazy deal that we did together, this emergency launch, and now we're doing it again. So I'm very excited to be here. And I just want to say, my heart goes out to everybody that was in Modere. I wasn't in Modere. I'm a company owner of a different company, and I do software in the industry. And just watching social media, seeing the way that it went down was just devastating. I know what it's like to be in a company where they pull the rug, and just the way that they did it, I think, was just unethical and not right. And like Brian said, there's probably a lot of greed, and I'm sure more information will come out. But like in every crisis, there's a huge opportunity. And I feel like you guys have some of the most amazing people in the industry here with John and Nadia. I mean, I've been really close friends with John and Nadia for 15 plus years. You know, I knew John when, you know, he was in his first network marketing company. And then I watched what happened with his second company and now this. And I've always told John, like, hey, like, and a lot of times I was joking, like, hey, you should start your own MLM. Like, let's start your own deal together. And it's just weird how things work out. But just to give you guys a little bit of background on me, I started out in the industry as a distributor. And that was actually around the time that I had met John and Nadia. I was a distributor in a different company.
Which one?
He was in, I think, ACN at the time.
Okay.
And I built a great team in this company of, you know, 40, 50,000 people. And I was there for 6.5 years. And then that company did kind of a rug pull, not the same way that,
Same.
that Modere did, but ultimately they went out of business. And I made a tough decision to start my own network marketing company in 2014. And I've been doing that ever since. You know, I've been a company owner now for 11 years. We've done close to 700 million in sales. And during my time in that company, you know, I've gained a lot of experience. And one of the things that I got into was software, MLM back office software, and that's probably the main thing that I'm going to be bringing to the table for the team here. I have a lot of respect for Brian, a lot of respect for John and Nadia, and you guys have some of the most amazing leaders in the industry, you know, that are here with you guys. But just to give you, you know, an idea, like
Put your phone down.
software for quite a few network marketing companies over the last 5 to 6 years. You know, I've had companies on my tech that have done anywhere from $1 million per month in sales to as high as $50 million per month. I've done over $1 billion in transactions on our tech. And I've got a great team of Amazon AWS certified developers. These guys work, you know, 24/7. And so, you know, like, it was interesting hearing what Brian was talking about, you know, how it's like, you know, a lot of people don't like startups, but the top reasons why startups fail, I would say, is like 4 things. One is IT, second is infrastructure, and then the third would be funding, and then the fourth would be experience. And like,
No.
we have all of that. We have software.
No.
My back office software is a full
Product?
genealogy. Anybody can view their earnings. There's contact management. I know that Modere had a lot of, you know, social selling, and we're going to have shareable carts. You'll be able to build a cart, send it out to a prospect. We
Young
have
Living has
abandoned
that.
cart technology. Like over 70% of shoppers are abandoning their carts. Well, we can display that information for you guys in the back office so you can recover all that business. We've done real-time AI commission calculators so you can see your commissions in real time. We've done daily pay and instant pay. We've done clean e-commerce shopping sites. And so we're going to be bringing that to the table. And then also, you know, because I've been a company owner for 11 years, I've learned a lot about shipping, infrastructure, have a lot of resources. And so I'm bringing my resources with Brian's resources to the table. We'll be able to do all of the US shipping, all 52 states. We'll be able to do the European shipping, all 27 countries in the EU. We'll be able to ship into Canada. We've got some inroads into Latin America and other markets as we go. And then from a infrastructure standpoint and just looking at the system as a whole, we'll be able to bring a lot of things that you guys may have not had in Modere as well, like being able to pay and buy crypto, Google Pay, Apple Pay. We've even done some of our systems have Klarna and other paying options. We'll have robust payout options. And then, like Brian said, I'm working on with some of our vendor network. I was fortunate to build a marketplace in our company, and I have access to this huge vendor network of like 40 plus vendors. And so we're trying to find some of the purest and most highest quality products to bring to the table here. But I'm really excited to be a part of the team. And I would just say, like, I know there's a lot of chaos going on, I'm sure, where everybody's trying to figure out what they're going to do. And I would just say hang tight, because you can only make so many moves in this industry. You don't want to make a move and then have to make another move and then have to make another move. Just trust in your leadership here. We're building something amazing for you guys. And it's gonna be awesome. You just got to have faith and, you know, work with us, and it's gonna be awesome, guys. So with that said, I'm going to
covered
turn
her.
it over to Tony.
I've covered her.
I've watched Tony and Sarah over the years. They're incredible leaders. Their team, they've been in the industry for like 30 plus years. Their team has done over 2 billion in sales, and they're some of the most incredible leaders. So with that said, I'm excited to be here, part of the team. And Tony, over to you.
Thanks, Josh. And I'm going to actually make one toss back to my wife, Sarah, because I want her to start. And Sarah, thank you for just being the rock you are. And I watch
Why
what
are we
you do
looking
every
at
single
you?
day, not only with our kids and our family, but how you build this business, how selfless you are, how you're just, you travel the world, you
Edify.
pour into people, you change their life. I mean,
What
you
the
got
fuck?
just a passion for people and making a difference in someone's life. And I just love you, babe. And it's an honor, one, for me to be your husband, but two, your business partner. And I just can't say enough beautiful things about you. And I love you, babe. So take it
Oh
away.
my God.
Oh, you're so awesome. Well, hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. How many guys are excited after hearing Josh? I was excited. We were actually on a Zoom with him yesterday, and he was talking about a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
That's
this is
her
cool.
internet, not mine.
And then tonight, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I will do my best not to be like just jumping out of my skin, but I am excited. So guys, here's the thing. There's going to be so many great things that are coming with this company. But here's the coolest thing about our business is that, all the amazing leaders that are here, they really embody community. They really embody support. They really embody culture, right? And you guys know there's some of you guys that are maybe in other companies. Some of you guys are friends of ours. Some of you guys actually worked with us in Modere, and you're taking a look at like, what the heck is all these guys doing? And one of the things that I feel so strongly about that we do such a phenomenal job, and the reason there's so many people on here is that, guys, we are great at culture. Like, we know how to build a culture. We know how to create a movement. We know how to just get people to take action, right? And so, community, when I think about community, I think number one, collaboration, right? And so all of us together, like the collaboration that we're going to be able to do is just going to be like off the charts. I look at, when we were in Modere, the collaboration piece that we had with a lot of the people that you heard speak tonight, and you're going to hear speak right after me. Like that was our like secret sauce. We were so good at that collaboration piece. But I also feel too, is that, I look at like culture, and it really represents like a lot of things, right? I look at culture, energetic, right? Enthusiasm. I look at culture with recognition, right? How we celebrate people. I look at culture as really kind of like, here's what we're really good at, right, guys? This is what we're good at. I'm going to tell you. All of the leaders and a lot of the existing leaders that are on here today, what we are really good at is creating an incubator, a safe place for people where when they come in, we teach them how to like step into their best self, whether it's becoming an amazing leader or great with selling or whatever it may be. And so because of that, like people create amazing confidence and they go out there and create great success stories. And so this place that we've already done, like we created this incubator that all of these leaders that are on here, guys, that we all get to work, that we're all going to work together. We created a factory that literally spit out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 6 and 7 figure earners. Like that's the incubator that you guys are all going to get to be a part of. Like, I mean, guys, like, it's not like it's like we hope that we know what we're doing. We hope we can make this work. Like we're like, we could close our eyes and we're like, we got you. Like we know how to do this business. So just know if you're on here and you're like, I just hope that I have support. We got you. You know what I mean? There's not going to be any like crossing your fingers. Hope I figured this out. Like guys, we got John Mellon. He created the ATM system. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God.
We got the systems and the tools and the support, and we got all of that stuff. So now it's just kind of, taking just a little bit of time for us to piece together all this cool stuff that we're going to do. And then we're going to go launch it in a big way. But just know, like, if you're looking for community, if you're looking for culture, if you're looking for great mentorship, like, we got you. Like, that's what we're wired to do. That's who we are. And we're going to continue doing that, right?
Great.
So with that, guys, I am excited. I actually want to turn it over to Michelle Barnes. Michelle Barnes and I, we've known each other for a long time. And it's been so cool because we've been like kind of sideline sisters and for outside of like network marketing in different companies. And then when we finally had the chance to work together, we were kind of like, oh my gosh, is this like really happening? Like, how cool is it? And guess what? We continue the story. Here we are. And Michelle, guys, I love her story because she has a drive that I admired so much. She was one of those people that early on in my career, like I saw her success story and I was like, I want to be her one day. Like I want that. Like I want that story. And so I just admire with everything that she's done, being a single mom, the business that she's been able to build, the friendships. She's just like, again, we talk about culture. Like she is a big piece of that. She's like the stickiness, right? She's the stickiness of why people stick around and quite frankly, why a lot of you guys are on here tonight. So with that, Michelle, I love you. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pass this over to you.
All right. Oh my gosh. Woo. Okay. I'm like, have tears in my eyes looking at these people. I'm excited. I'm like, it's been, you guys, I mean, there's so many different people on this Zoom right now. I mean, most of you have been with us some of you have been with us for decades now. And some of you have been with us for the last 3, 4, 5 years. Some of you are just taking, figuring out what we're doing tonight. Maybe you haven't even worked with us. So bear with me a minute, because here's the thing, guys, I kind of want to reiterate what Margie said at the beginning, because what we have gone through in the last, 80 hours, seems like 8 months. I think some of us finally got a teeny tiny bit of sleep last night. But Friday was brutal. Okay. And this is not the first time that this has happened to us. This is the third time that this has happened to me personally and some of these guys. And
I feel bad
first of all, for anyone on the planet to think that we knew this was coming. I mean, you guys, we're more jacked than ever. We had the biggest recruiting month in March that we had since last June. I mean, we were opening up Mexico and Dubai. I mean, we had just launched a GLP-1 product, a magnesium product, an omega product. We had another huge product launch in June. We have a ginormous leadership event in July that we were all doing together. I mean, and I just have to say, there's some hurt people. And there's comments being made that piss me off. Because if anyone actually knows looking at these leaders who have been talking to you tonight, if anyone really knows these people, there's no way in hell anyone would ever say anything like they're saying. And so, yeah, a single mom and the sole provider of 2 kids, and the rug was just yanked out from underneath me for the 3rd freaking time. And oh yeah, we totally knew about it. We didn't even get our checks that we were supposed to get on Friday. I mean, come on. Here's what we are blessed with. Each other, number one. And we are blessed with decades and decades of experience amongst this group that have created real solid relationships with every person we come into contact with. I guarantee you these people choose to make every single person's life better. It's the law of increase. We choose to make every single person's life better that we come into contact with. And so I just had to get that off my chest, obviously, because here's the thing, you guys, you know what? Does what happened to us on Friday suck? To have to start all over from scratch again? This is my 6th time now with 3 companies being taken away. And so did Friday suck? Yeah. You know what? And we looked at a lot of other companies, and there were so many pros, and just most of the companies we looked at, mostly pros and only a few cons. But I mean, when we're making the list, but the reality is, if we could have everything we wanted, why wouldn't we? Instead of saying, oh gosh, the products look great, the branding looks great, but God, the comp plan sucks. Or gosh, that guy, that CEO is really nice. He's got a big heart. He's totally it's a family feel. That's amazing. But there's really no excitement there. Or other companies where it's you hear through the rumor mill that, they might be having some issues. I don't want to end up in the same freaking place that we were in on Friday ever again. And so, you know what? This might not have been the easiest choice for this group of leaders, we're not being paid to with bridges and things like that to come here. So here's the thing, you guys, like
master distributors though.
We made this decision because we want to do it right. And with that, I want to share with you, I've been in this profession for almost 30 years full-time, guys. And I love it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, you know. I mean, Sarah and Tony, we started in my very first company in Equinox 30 years ago, you guys, you know. And then I went to another company, and that was a startup for 5 years. And then that company got shut down, and then took my team to another company. And that's where I met Brian. And, you know, like Brian was saying, I mean, we go back 23 years. 23 years, you guys. I mean, this is before I ever even had kids. My boys are 14 and 16. Like, he's literally watched the last 30 years of my life. Like, he's known me longer than, you know, most people have been alive. It's crazy. So all I'm saying, guys, is what we do have that we are so blessed is we have relationships, we have contacts, and we have people that love us and would do anything in the world for us because of who we are. And what a blessing. So yeah, it's a blessing that 24 to 48 hours ago, we were, you know, able to launch a new company. And guess what? Is it going to be a bumpy ride? Yes, it is. Is it going to be the most amazing ride you've ever had? Yes. It is. And I will tell you, with this group of humans, you can't get a better group of humans we're scrappy AF, you guys. I mean, we are resilient mofos, okay?
Absolutely.
Let me just tell you.
Absolutely.
Like, we've been through a lot, and you know what? The comments of, oh, you'll land on your feet again. You'll land on your feet again. You'll land on your feet again. Well, thank God.
Some reps have been talking like little drops, peptides, weight loss products, and something else. So that's what we think it's going to be. And then Brian earlier was talking about peptides, and then Shaded Make Wellness.
Okay. And finally this morning, it was like everybody was with input, and it was fun and it was exciting, but we were also like, okay, we need to make a decision. Like, we need a name like yesterday, because we need to set up bank accounts, merchant accounts, all these things, and branding and all the stuff. So, and Josh is like, okay, guys, chop. You know, we need a name. So I will tell you guys, when we decided on this name as a group, it was like a unanimous, like, yes. It was like oh my gosh, that's it.
Oh God.
And I knew that was going to happen, you know. And to me, I was like, we've got to have a name that is strong, that is classy, that is elegant, but, you know, feminine, but strong as heck, right? And that just screams like, oh my gosh. Okay. So are you guys ready for the name? Are you guys ready for the name
We're ready.
of this legacy masterpiece that we are putting together? Are you ready?
We've been ready for an hour.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, you guys know I'm an energy person, right? All right. I always say energy is everything, and everything's energy. Energy is caught, not taught, you guys, okay?
Oh God.
So you're going to be catching it, because we got it, and you're going to be catching it, okay? So the new company, all right, it's inspired by a Spanish word, new, which obviously this is, but it's Nueva. The name of our company is Nueva, guys. But what that means is a new standard of wellness, wealth, mindset.
Oh my God.
I mean, what this represents, guys, I'm telling you, like, I wrote down some notes. Nueva is a movement. All right. Nueva, I mean, and then to hear Nadia Melton say it is even more fabulous. I think she should have been the one that said the name, because when we were on the phone earlier, she's like, well, with my accent, you know, she's like, it just sounds so beautiful. Nueva, baby. So anyway, all I'm saying, guys, is it is a movement. This is going to be a brand that is going to empower people to look good and feel good and do good.
Oh,
when you
look
look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. Okay. When you feel good and you're healthy, there's nothing like health. Your health is your wealth, you guys. Do you realize what you can do when you're healthy and vibrant? I mean, we're not getting any younger. We're all, hell, you know, I mean, I just turned 53 a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I got 2 teenagers to chase around by myself, you know? So I'm saying
By
we
yourself.
need to stay healthy. We need to have the cleanest, most incredible products that are at our standards. We are setting, not only raising the standard in this profession, we are going to set the standard and the bar so high. Guys, we've already been the company that everyone has been chasing for the last decade plus. Okay. Everyone has been wanting to be Modere, wanting to do what we're doing.
Nope.
And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. It's just true. Okay. That's why, 2 weeks ago, there was no company that we wanted to go to. If there was a company out there that was better, that had better products and a better pay plan and a better culture, we would have been there, especially after the last year we dealt with. We dealt with a lot of crap in the last year or so.
Wow.
So if there was something better, we would have been there.
Nueva.
And so you know what? That is what we're creating right now with you, with this partnership. And I'm telling you guys, this brand, mark my words, this will be the biggest thing that this group combined has ever done in the history of our careers. And you know what? We have the heart to do it. We have the drive to do it.
Okay.
I'm texting we work like nobody else's business. And you know what? We will rise. We will take this thing to the top. So
called Nueva.
I am going to take and pass it back over to Mr. Tony Zalecki. You guys, Tony, a lot of you guys know him. Guys, I mean, could you meet a nicer guy? I mean, seriously. He's got a smile that lights up every room he walks into. He's got a heart of gold. Like he's an open book when it comes to conversations and wanting to help people, to sincerely help people. So Tony, without further ado, I'm going to pass this to you.
Awesome, Michelle. Let's get some love in the chat for Michelle. I'm in the chat, our other chat. I'm going, that was such a powerful moment. Did you see that? Did you feel that? Chills. Like, Michelle's so good. Here's what I want to tell you. We're going to wrap this up right now. We are not starting over. We are not starting over. We are starting smarter. You get that? We have the most smartest, brilliant, talented people. You see all their faces tonight, and they're right here. And they're about you. They're about creating what we talked about, a movement that we take everybody together, and we take people and we move them fast, and we get them solid, and we get them making money, and we get them telling a story, and we get them winning. People want to win today. People want to have fun today. You look at the expertise of this group. I'm listening to Brian and Tim and Josh, and it's like, oh my gosh, our products, Brian talked about his connections, his relationships. You understand that Brian has connections and relationships that this profession doesn't have? There's people that call Brian saying, Brian, I need this product. Brian, introduce me to this person. Brian, do this, do that. Guess what? He's here. He's ours. We get this now. First to market, category creators, products that people go, where'd you get this? This is amazing. And it's one after another, after another, after another. You look at Josh's expertise. People say he talked about most fail because of, the structure falls apart, the IT, the technology. He's brilliant. That's going to be in place. It's already in motion. And think about what you're going to be able to do with this field leadership. Think about what you're going to be able to do with all of us pouring into you, coaching you, mentoring you, in the trenches with you, helping you build rock star lines, build pods that you just dreamed of.
I don't consent.
Taking people and moving them through this plan with excitement, with confidence, with joy, with an attitude. Did you feel it tonight? Did you feel Michelle? Did you feel Sarah? Did you feel Margie? John? There is a joy, Rick. There's a joy to us. There is something inside of us, and we all talked about it. But it's our time, and it's your time. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do it at a level like we've never done it before. And listen, we're going to be doing these Zooms all week. And here's the best advice I can give you.
Somebody get me in tomorrow.
Get back with whoever invited you on. Because you've been talking to people, you're in chats, you're in this. Get back with that person right when this is finished and let them know this. Say, I want to be on your VIP list. Can you add me to your VIP list?
Oh my God.
You want to make sure you tell them that tonight. I want to be added to your VIP list because this is going to be super important starting tonight as we go to the end of the week, that they got you on their VIP list. So make sure when this is done, you get right back to them and say, add me to your VIP list. I want to be a part of it. and let me know when the next Zoom is. Get it out for me.
Hello, Raiders.
And I will challenge you to go and start having conversations with your team, with your new team, with the conversations you're having every single day, and give them a little bit of what we gave you tonight. And make sure they come back with you tomorrow or when we do our next Zoom. And that'll be out really, really soon. Get added to the VIP list. Let's bring a couple people back tomorrow. Let's really think about a couple things as we wrap this up. You have the opportunity to be here with us early. There'll never be another moment like this again.
Hello.
Michelle announced our company name about 10 minutes ago. That will never happen again. This is it. You're here with us. This is your moment. Whatever brought you here, but this is your moment. Now it's your time to shine. It's your time to rise.
What's up?
And don't worry about being scared and trying to figure stuff out. We got you. We got you. Don't worry about any of that. Just get in the mindset of going, you know what? I'm here early. Holy smokes. What's going to happen a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now? When it goes from 800 people to 1,000 people to 5,000 people to 10,000 people. And I was on the Zoom with under 1,000 people. And now it's 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. That's where it's going. And it's going fast. So get ready. Be ready.
And
let's go have the time of our life.
Well, we will.
Let's go light up this profession like no one's ever lit a profession up before.
Ew.
We're back to back. We're locking arms.
Completely different.
And we're going to do it with joy. And we're going to do it by having a lot of fun. And we're going to do it. And we're going to make more money. We're going to have checks coming out of this thing where people are just like, what are you guys doing? What's going on over there? I need to be a part of this. That's what we're creating. You're invited.
Ew.
You're here. Let's go rock it out. Get back with the person that invited you and get on the VIP list. And we'll talk to you all very soon. Good night, everybody.
Okay. We did it. Let's go. Okay. Let me give you the TLDR. So, Margie Aliprandi, Justin Prince, John Melton, the guy who owns Hempworks, Brian, the guy who recruited John into Modere, and that guy and the lady before him are all kind of like the starters of this new company, this new multi-level marketing company called Nueva. They shaded the shit out of Make Wellness. They're going to do peptides. They were talking about peptides, or Brian was. Brian, the guy who recruited John into Modere, has owned several multi-level marketing companies. The whole point of this Zoom was they edified each other and said all of these fancy things about each other so that the people coming into the Zoom would say, wow, appeal to authority. This sounds incredible. I'm going to join. Not Modere, but Nueva. It's called Nueva. Everyone was like, oh my God, this is it. Okay, Jessica, you're the best. So they're going to do another Zoom tomorrow. If we can get the link, we will look at tomorrow. Brian, the guy who recruited John into Modere, apparently he's super rich. He's got a bunch of money. He owns whatever. He may own the patent to some kind of peptides. I think it's bold of them to say they can start shipping in a week. I think it's bold. I think that's fraudacious. I think it's an audacious goal. Can we have a couch guy energy thingy? Tell me more. Is Brian the one whose company got shut down by the FTC? Yep. Yeah. John was also in a company that got shut down. I think Vema, maybe not. There's a lot of connections and a lot of twistiness, but the guy who owns Hempworks with Jenna Zwagel, Jenna's his wife. We've covered Jenna a lot earlier on when I first started, but he apparently does all these techie systems, and they are trying to convince everybody on the Zoom call, you're not going to have any problems with your back office because we do shit with Amazon. That's not exactly what they were said, but that's not exactly what they said. You can go rewatch the video. Brian McMullen. See, I have known nothing. I was just like, we thought we weren't going to get in because as they were all edifying each other at the end, they gave us the wrong Zoom link. And so they had to come in and get us and give us the new link. We thought we were like dead in the water. We hate the name. They're trying to convince us that the name's incredible. Josh is the MDC guy. Rip. I was watching something earlier and I was trying to connect the dots. I need to look into what companies Brian McMullen owns, and I want to know if they have any ties to Terry LaCour. I haven't had a gummy other than when traveling for like 6 months. Oh my gosh. I wonder, hey Aridel, I wonder how many small businesses they'll bankrupt. I mean, probably a lot, in my opinion. Please say Jake Spencer is not involved because I'm waiting for his next big thing he's been teasing on Instagram. If you find out, let me know. He's a chicken nugget. Did y'all see him throwing a fit in that? I think Aaron was covering it. Yours doesn't have the audio. That's okay. No worries. I tried not to talk a bunch. And Wednesday for sure Wednesday night I will have 2 computers. Hopefully. So I'm hoping that I can sneak in to a bunch of Zooms. Hopefully. My daily choice. Tamara, thank you. And the buffering should fix itself on the replay. The spirit of Gary Young is haunting the channel. Jake Spencer is starting another MLM. See, the problem is, marketing-wise, Modere fucked up. They fucked up big time because Justin Prince was way more visible than the Modere brand was, in my opinion. And so when he was terminated, he took a lot of people to his new company. And now everyone's trying to say, oh, Make Wellness, fuck them. You should come to our company. And Brian McMullen was like, we have real peptides, not those plant-based peptides that don't really work. That's essentially what he was saying. So they were shading Make Wellness big time. User error. That's okay. I had user error all day today. I went to file a complaint for their name choice. The same. I cannot believe. Oh my God. We should do a poster like the Clone Wars for Star Wars, but it's the Peptide Wars. Oh my God. Vote yes. Send me the Zoom. Okay, I will, Charlene. I've heard My Daily Choice is a graveyard of MLMs. It might be. Jenna Zwagel is a top earner in whatever company she's been a part of. It's wild. Kate, Hero. Yeah, it'll be fixed when I go back to my house. Thank y'all for suffering with me, but it will be fixed on the replay, which is great. And if you're a member on my channel, I think we'll do a stream to cover what we covered today. But if you're a member, you can go get if you want to watch something that is full of tea. Holy mother forking shirt balls. Blood feud between John Melton and Marina Simone, Bryn Lang, and Amber DeLoof. Amber DeLoof got sued with Jesse Lee Ward by Advocare. Wild. So that's kind of how they're all tied together. Jesse Lee and Amber DeLoof were direct to John Melton. Amber DeLoof stayed. And also, if y'all didn't see, Amber DeLoof today in her reel said the call is coming from inside the house, just like Aaron says. And I know other people have said that before, but to me it's like, you're watching anti-MLM. You've got to be. Nueva is the Spanish word for new. I wonder if they're going to spell it, I wonder if they're branding wise, if they're going to capitalize the N and the U I don't know. Thanks, Yaradil. Probably because the lighting and it's dark in here, except my lights. Dude, it has been wild today. I will... Fuckery is afoot, so we'll keep you posted. If you want to lick the stream, feel free to. Don't join an MLM, and Melaleuca is an MLM, just BT dubs. I don't know what else to say. We don't drink the Kool-Aid here, we analyze the ingredients, and we're certainly going to be looking at the ingredients of this new multi-level marketing company. Yeah. Clone Wars poster coming right up. I tried to explain the tea to Mr. Kate in the way his eyes glazed over. We need to make a Milanote board. All right. Thank y'all. Feel free to rewatch. And I'll see you next time. I don't have an outro because executive functioning, but I'll try again tomorrow. Thank y'all. Emperor Peptide. Oh my God, Wendy. Okay, I need to go, but I have to. Okay. I'll reread these on the replay. Yeah, this is too good. We have to do a branding sesh because I'm here for it. All right. Bye.